Well, I used to go in Hackney, you know, the East End side, East End. Yeah, so with the old mobels, you know. So. When I was only little, I used to watch Bugs come over when I was little, you know. But and during the time of the war, like, you know, and used to help people out, used to collect their coal for the old people and things like that.
Do you remember the war period? How old do you when the war happened?
About 7 or 8 then. Used to like next door neighbour, like the old girl, she never used to get used to have coke in those days, not coal. And you know, used to go to the place and get the coke for her, and then have a barrow and push it, like a 4-wheel barrow, and push it, and bring some wood for her and for a fireplace and things like that. You know, used to do that like that. You know.
Do you think that's just because it was hard times back then, and everyone had to pull together, or do you think people have just generally changed?
Well, I think changes is not to say that I wouldn't say it's. If people don't know, you know, nobody else might know it.
Like
it's too much violence and things like this. Before, you know, used to have neighbours, if a neighbour argued down the street or anything like that, used to talk to her, see what was the matter, and put it right. See? Or used to, if somebody's like husband died, everybody used to muck in the street and help her, like, you know, things like that. But you don't see it nowadays.
No, you don't get that at all. It's a shame, really.
Yeah, see, so, you know, a lot of it's changed, you know what I mean? It's a lot of change. One woman, she was in a wheelchair, and her husband used to look after her, and if he had to do something, we used to help out, things like mucking it up, wheel her down to the shops and things like that, because it gets her there, you know. So we used to do things like that, you know. Then if somebody comes around from the next street, we don't know, who are you, you know, you know, things like that, you know, because it used to be like general things that, you know, mattered, you know, to people in the community, you know. You used to have a street, and that used to be your community, like, you know.
Everyone knew each other, everyone knew each other's business and stuff.
Yeah, it used to be like, you say a gang, it wasn't kind of a gang, it was more like a...
That's the wrong word, isn't it?
Running around with the neighbour, you know, like the neighbours, you know, like the friends, you know. And,
how old were you then?
I was only about 10, 12 then,
okay.
You know. In them type of days, you never used to have a gang, you used to say, one bloke used to be like, one chap used to be like the ringleader, and the girl used to be the girls, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and that in the old days, you know, like so, you know, if they want to do anything, it's go through you or something like that. You know? But we used to not like as a gang, we used to just like mess about, things like that. We used to have games and games they don't used to play now.
Tell me a bit about the games you used to play.
The games we used to be like tippet. We used to call tippet. It used to be a stick, and you used to put it on the side of the curb, and you used to hit the stick. The little tippet was called tippet, and it was shaving one end and shaving the other end. You know, so it used to be offside. You know what I mean? You used to whack it and hit it.
Right.
Then where it used to land. People used to try and stop it, and where it landed, you used to have a little square on the floor, chalk, and then used to see how many used to go to the square. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do.
And we used to have like games each of us, like we used to take turns each, and whoever used to be the most used to keep like your champion, you know what I mean? So things like this. But then we used to have knock down ginger.
What's that?
that was like, it wasn't say nasty, but it was fun more for like children. You used to knock on somebody's door and run away. So things like that. But I used to do it so that the woman next door to me, she was always moaning and groaning. So I used to tie a bit of cotton to her knocker. I used to live near the canal, I used to put the cotton around the railings, right? Go upstairs to the bedroom, knock it. That's quite clever. When she come up the door, she used to look at it, no one. No, she never think of looking at the knocker, but it called right along.
Did she never notice it?
No, she never did. And if we wanted to break it, we used to pull it hard, we used to snap it. And so we used to do things like that. You know. Like weekend, we used to go and see a musical show and things like that in the old time, you know, which was quite good, like, you know. And you used to go right up in called the gallery, right at the top. It used to only be about, I think about a shilling in those days. And used to sit right in the gallery and used to watch this stage show, the theatre, you know. It was quite good, like, you know. Then usually on Saturday morning, we used to either go pictures, used to call, you know, like go pictures in the morning, this sort of thing like that. And then if one of you only had a certain amount of money, you used to all club in, get two to go in, then open the back door. Open the back door and let the couple in, you know. Even in the sweet times, you know, you used to have, you couldn't have a lot of sweets, you know. And, there used to be like a place along the river, like we call Channel. There used to be like a chocolate factory, and we used to get in the chocolate factory when it was little.
Wow.
And a bit of chocolate, well, chocolate in those days, you know, because things were on ration.
Yeah, I was going to
It was
ask you
like
about that.
godsend, you know. It used to be like cocoa chocolate.
So you'd be able to get into the chocolate
You used to get
factory?
bits of broken chocolate, and you used to share that with all the street boys, you know, girls, you know. So